Good morning, I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive, and welcome back to Playland. This morning we're on the boardwalk on Friday, July 16th. We celebrate Playland's opening from a couple of weeks ago. Our beach is open, our amusement park is open, but what we're also celebrating today is how we got to Playland by means of the Westchester County Beeline bus system, which is part of our impressive metropolitan area transit network that includes our Metro North trains that take us into Manhattan, the New York City subway and bus system that transports you around Manhattan and the outer boroughs, and then also our friends across the Sound in Long Island that has a similar commuter train presence. This park is open to people of all different backgrounds and all different economics, and for many people it is the mass transit system of Westchester County and the region that helps bring them to this park. So with that thought in mind, we have a few speakers today to talk about the interconnectivity that we get from mass transit, and we're very happy to have with us Catherine Rinaldi, who is the president of the MTA Metro North Railroad. She has a tremendous responsibility for the 5 lines that make up Metro North Railroad, the 3 here in Westchester that we're focused on, the New Haven line that serves this side of Westchester County, the Harlem line and the Hudson line. And we're very pleased that she's with us. We're very pleased that she's a resident of Westchester County and part of our Westchester family as well. So, Kathy Rinaldi, president of Metro North Railroad.
Thank you, County Executive Latimer, for having me here today in beautiful Rye Playland. Playland Park is a favorite summer destination for many of our customers. And there are so many great spots throughout Westchester County that are just a short ride from the train or a short bus ride away, like the Hudson River Museum, the Tarrytown River Walk, and Untermeyer Gardens. We're at an important moment for New York where we can again enjoy all that the city, Westchester County, and the entire region have to offer. And the best way to get to all those destinations is by using public transportation. Our partnership with Beeline Bus is an important and cherished one for the railroad and for our customers. On Tuesday, we were in Grand Central Terminal with our safety superhero Metro Man to announce a slate of discounts and incentives for families and friends this summer, one of which is our new Summer Saturdays program. Every Saturday through Saturday, August 28th, Metro North will honor all monthly tickets for travel to and from all Metro North stations, regardless of what stations are printed on the monthly ticket. Monthly ticket holders traveling on those Saturdays will be able to bring up to 4 additional travelers for only $1 per person per ride. Off-peak fares remain in effect on all of our trains as well. We want to help make this summer fun for the entire family. As an incentive to bring kids under 16 along, we've introduced a special passport program where kids will be able to collect stamps from conductors while they're riding the train. Metro North cannot wait to welcome you all back. Our stations and our trains have never been cleaner. Our real-time capacity tracking feature on our Metro North app was just expanded to the trains on the New Haven line, and our mask usage remains high all across our system. We're also getting ready to increase service just in time for Labor Day. So take the train, take the bus, and join us around Westchester County this summer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Now here at Playland, the interface that takes you from wherever you are to this location involves Metro North and the New Haven line, and the New Haven line services stops in the local trains in Mount Vernon, Pelham, New Rochelle, Larchmont, Mamaroneck, Harrison, and to our north, Portchester, and some stops in southeastern Connecticut. How am I doing as a train conductor? Pretty close. The person, however, who heads our Beeline bus system falls under the responsibilities of the Commissioner of the Department of Public Works and Transportation, a longtime friend of mine and a longtime expert in public works and now transportation. His responsibilities ultimately is that the Beeline bus system, which includes the 76 route that will meet you at Rye train station to bring you here to Playland, that's all under the very capable direction of Hugh Grecian, our Commissioner. Hugh?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, George. So we take pride in our Beeline system, where we have 3,300 bus stops throughout the county. We have 60 routes. We're always working with our partners in the Planning Commission, which Norma Drummond heads, to always looking at new trends, best ways to get people to different routes. Things are changing constantly. Our bus system itself, the buses are are constantly being updated. They're some of the most innovative buses, and right now I would almost say in the world, where our last set of hybrid buses, one of them brought us here today. If that bus moves, it's all electric power. The only reason why there are diesels on board is for the battery regeneration. We also use braking systems to regenerate the batteries, like you've heard on Teslas. The air conditioning systems on a day like today would use more energy than moving the bus, especially when it comes to the purchase of electric buses. We're at the end of the summer, we'll have an additional, for the first time, we'll have electric buses full power. And with the challenges that we have with those, we're going to bring in electric charging stations at the Liberty Lines bus terminal. Representative Tom Murphy is here from Liberty Lines today. They do an excellent job. We have a private partner-public relationship. They operate the systems. We own the buses. We own the terminals. It works very well in Westchester County. Throughout COVID, we were able to reroute buses, COVID-friendly. There's no, you have to still wear masks according to any transit. Right now, you're still wearing masks. The bus driver wears masks. Bus driver's protected by Lucite. For the seniors and for handicap accessibility, that bus is probably one of the best in the United States. That bus kneels. A self-leveling ramp comes out. If someone comes up with a wheelchair, they can get on the bus themselves, no help, and just buckle themselves right next to the driver. So everything's up front. And also up front is priority senior and handicap seating. So we're always looking, again, to improve the system. We're very proud of it, and we're going to continue to modify it as we do. We expect within 2025, it's an aggressive time, 2035, it's an aggressive timeline. There will be all electric buses or hybrid, those combination. Right now, as we stand now, we have a little bit over half our fleet. We have about 350 buses. Half that fleet right now is hybrid. So our goal is to make that all by 2035. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hugh. The Metro North service that we have in Westchester County is really very special. 44, I think, stations are serviced by Metro North that connects New York City to Westchester, and also some of the counties to our north and east, Fairfield County, Putnam, Dutchess, are all reachable on the Metro North system. And then the Beeline bus system interconnects from those train stations to a variety of different locations. If you wanted to visit our wonderful Kensico Dam Plaza, where we have a variety of activities going there, you can get off at the Valhalla station on the Harlem line and walk a very short walk and be part of that park. We have Sleepy Hollow Country. We recently showed that we have some plans to improve our lighthouse in Kingsland Point Park, which is very accessible to the Phillips Manor station on the Hudson Line. And the Hudson Line itself is a gorgeous view of the Hudson River as you sit out of the left side of the train going north, right side of the train going south. So many of our sites are available to people who may be seeing this and live inside New York City or further up in the Hudson Valley. And many of these sites, Phillips Manor Hall in Yonkers, Phillipsburg Manor in Sleepy Hollow, historic sites here all along the Sound Shore, are reachable in the combination between Metro North and the Beeline bus system. So we're very grateful for that combination and the singular ticket, which we're still using Metro cards for the moment. Better things are coming. But for right now, I use this to get onto the bus, and I could also use this to get into the New York City system if I wanted to do that. Next, I'd like to ask Peter Tartaglia, who's our first Deputy Commissioner of Parks, Recreation, and Conservation, to talk a little bit about the parks inventory. We've done a lot lately highlighting our parks. We've mentioned that Glen Island has just been returned to our usage. It's our largest of our 3 public beaches, Playland Beach here and Croton Point Park Beach over on the Hudson River side. We have done events, as I said a second ago, at Kingsland Park and also at Kensico Dam Plaza and some of the other great locations. Next week, we'll see you all at Tibbetts in Yonkers, where we're going to show you a revitalization effort that's been going on to clean the lake in Tibbetts Brook Lake. But for the meantime, Peter Tartaglia, our first Deputy Commissioner, will talk a little bit about the parks interface with our transportation system. Peter?
Thank you, County Executive. Appreciate it. This is another example of government, specifically county government and Metro North, working for the people of Westchester and beyond. What we do here is a combination of the department of DPW and Transportation, the Planning Department, and the Parks Department, and with a wonderful partner like Metro North, to provide service to many of our parks. This is probably the most well-known service that you can get to from Metro North. I don't know if anybody noticed on the way in, but our employees who work here at Playland, a lot of them take that connection to get here. We are the largest employer of youth in Westchester County is the Parks Department, and a lot of our employees do take this, not just here, but at all of our other parks as well. The county executive mentioned Kensico Dam Plaza. We also have direct connections to the county center. Obviously, that is still a vaccination site, but eventually that will reopen, and the public will be allowed to come back there, or if someone still needs a vaccination, they can use Metro North to get there. Our Croton train station as well is right by Croton Point Park. So we've got over 50 parks, and you can get there through Metro North / Beeline. Everybody thinks everyone drives. We have a huge parking lot here, and we need it, but a lot of people are taking public transportation, and that is well needed. So we thank all of our partners, and come on, it's a hot summer, so everybody should come out and join us at any one of our parks. Thank you.
And pulling all of this together takes a lot of hard work, a lot of thoughtful work, a lot of design work, all of which falls to the responsibility of our county planning department. And our county planning department is led by Norma Drummond, who's our commissioner. She has a portfolio of responsibilities that include helping to advance affordable housing, helping to deal with the design and the improvement of our various parks. We've undergone, as Peter alluded to, improvements at many of our parks. We rebuilt the Miller House where we were a couple of weeks ago. We put the Sprain Brook pools back in business after being fallow for a number of years. But it takes not only the people who can operate it and direct it in the Parks Department and the people that can get you here through DPW Transportation, but also the people that do the behind-the-scenes work that leads to the better quality park. Take a look at our Scout Field in Bronxville to see the improvements there, and know that that was in great part because of the work of our planning department. Norma Drummond, Commissioner of Planning.
Thank you, County Executive, and good morning, everyone. It is great to be here. We also took the bus to get here, so it was actually really good to be able to see in person all the employees. There's a lot of planning work that goes behind linking together the various transportation modes in Westchester County to make sure that so many of our destinations here in the county are accessible by multiple means. The Metro North met us at the bus met us with the Metro North train station at the City of Rye, but we are actually also putting the finishing touches on right now to the pathway to get us here along Playland Parkway. So we're making it also safe for pedestrians and bike riders as well to be able to get here. But there's a lot of planning that goes into making the buses meet the trains and making the buses be able to get people from those trains and from other modes of transportation to the employment centers and to those places of recreation where people go with their families to enjoy them. So there is a lot of work that gets done behind the scenes. It's great to be able to see it come to fruition and enjoy it. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I'm obliged to remind you that when you ride a Beeline bus or any of Metro North's various services, bring a mask. State rules established by the governor still require us to be masked, even if you're vaccinated, on all mass transit. There's some other qualifiers as well if you go to a hospital or nursing home and so forth. But do bring your mask with you. In most other settings now, we've reached a point with relatively low infection rates and very high vaccination rates. Westchester is just shy of 80% vaccinated for adults 18 and over. That's good news. Nassau County over there has already reached the 80% mark, and the more that are vaccinated, the more we feel confident that we can face what we're facing in this pandemic, hopefully as we reach the tail end of it. But do bring your mask when you're on any of these structures. Let me also just, sort of close general comments, and we'll open it up to any press comments. I want to recognize that we have some other members of both the Metro North family and the Westchester County family that are here. From my executive team, Blanca Lopez is here, Assistant Director of Operations, and I'll take the discretion to introduce Mark Mannix, who's a member of Kathy's team with Metro North Railroad. He has made a great contribution. I've worked with him over the years in a variety of capacities, and I remember fondly his father, who was a member of the New York State Assembly and a very accomplished public official in his own right, and so many others who are here that are part of this process. I think what you're seeing, and you'll see more of this as we go through the summertime and we highlight different elements of the county government, is you're looking at what happens when you focus on results. When you focus on rhetoric and you talk about the things that divide us, the differences, and there are differences, and we have our debates, and that's to be expected in a small d democratic society, that's appropriate. But at the end of the day, it's my belief that people want to see government accomplish things, that things get better, that those people who are out on the beach now can enjoy on a very hot summer's day, none of them are wearing sports jackets, that they can enjoy the beauty of happening to live in a county that borders the Long Island Sound or by the Hudson River. The results of the work of these people that are standing behind me and those that are out here, which is the second point of this. It's not only about results, it's about making sure that you have professionals who understand how to deliver those results. This is not just how well you can speak in a crowd of people and gin them up. This is about knowing that what Hugh Grecian knows about construction, or what Anthony Zano knows about designing for construction, what Naomi Klein knows about how to work through and plan transportation corridors, and how that professionalism carries through in the Parks Department and the other departments of county government. That's an important part of this message too. Government is not just getting ginned up, it's people who've spent their whole lives being professional at an area that requires expertise, and they're showing that every day in every one of these different departments. And the final thing that this shows is that we can work cooperatively between different levels of government, that the state and the local governments do not have to be at odds. This does not have to be my prerogative versus your prerogative. The state, and in this case, the state authority of the MTA, they have their mission. And the mission isn't exactly what a county mission is. But we can find common ground. We can work through those things. All of that gets you the results that matter, so that you can come out on a beautiful day, walk a boardwalk, go out in the water, cool yourself off, or for that matter, know that other functions that the county is responsible for are provided properly. Things you don't think about, such as treating sewerage, and things you do think about, such as being able to come out and enjoy our parks. So with that, I want to thank again Kathy Rinaldi, who's a very busy person managing an extremely large governmental entity, for being with us today, taking the ride on the Beeline bus, and also to the leaders of the Westchester County government that I have the privilege of working with, and all of you there. If there are any questions from the press, I'm happy to take them. And if not, they can communicate through Catherine Chaffee, 995-2932, and we'll be happy to follow up with myself or any of these folks to give you any information that you want. This is a Friday. Some of us are going to go back to work. Some of us are going to take the rest of the day off. I'm not one of them. But if you do have free time, if you live here in Westchester or nearby, come up to Playland, come to Glen Island, go to Kensico Dam, go to Croton Point Park, go to one of our pools, Saxon Woods or Wilson Woods, and enjoy this summer. We're getting out of COVID. We can get back to normal. That is possible. I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive. Thank you very much for watching, being a part of it, and thank you again to my colleagues in government for your tremendous work. My appreciation. Thank you all. Have a nice day.